First dates. What do you think about first dates?
I think first dates are important, obviously, because that's how you're gonna find out if you like this person or not.
Do you feel like the guy should plan out the date more, or should it be mutual, or should the girl plan it out more, or is it who's into each other more?
I think it should be mutual because I wouldn't want to go on a date that a guy planned and then I don't like any of it.
Mm. So like a rendezvous type style
Like
date.
a meet in the middle type deal.
I will never understand people who go on dates and then Venmo each other after. Or
Oh,
like
hell no.
split the bill. I don't care if it's a first date, if it's a second date, if y'all been dating for 3 years, doesn't fucking matter, right? I don't care if it's a Tinder date. But as a man, you should be paying for the fucking date.
I feel like if it's the first date, and don't like shoot me for this, but I think the guy should pay for the first date.
I agree.
Like, why would I go on a date and then I have to, like split the bill?
There's so many like thirsty guys sometimes going for the same girl. So if you're gonna take the girl out and she agrees to go with you, you should be paying for the first date. But never ever should you split the fucking bill on a first date. Never. Like 9 times out of 10, you won't get a second date out of that girl. It's just weak. It's just, I don't know. It's fucking weak as a guy to be asking your girl to pay for half of the bill or whatever on a first date. Because on a first date, you want to make a good impression, right? Like you want this girl to like you, and that's one way to show it. I mean, it's money's not everything, but in a first date kind of case scenario, money shows a lot. You
Yeah.
want to pull up on a nice car. You want to wear like a nice watch. You want to wear a nice outfit. You want to impress the girl. You know what I'm saying? And the girl's going to impress you just as much. Out of all the first dates you've been on, how many times did the guy pay?
I don't remember.
Good.
You paid.
Good.
all I remember.
That's all you should remember. You shouldn't remember all your old fucking dates.
Ooh.
Good. What do you think is a good first date? Is it a specific place? It is a specific activity you guys got to do? Smash after the first date, or
No. I mean, our first date was at Panera, and I liked it. I got my broccoli cheddar soup. I think the best first date could be like somewhere eating. I want to see like how you would eat
you want to see how I would eat? So what the?
because I want to like casually eat.
Yeah.
So like potentially like a mid to dim lit place. Like it doesn't have to be like fancy. Just has to be like,
like kind
not
of like,
somewhere loud, not somewhere
so you could get to know each
Yeah.
other.
like get to know me. Like don't be chomping down your food. Like we'll eat. Like don't worry, we'll eat.
You're right. Food says a lot about a person. You know what I'm saying? The way you eat says a lot about you. So I get it. Like somewhere like it could be casual, it could be formal, but yeah, I get you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like getting to know each other type
And, like,
of vibe.
A no for like a first date is like bowling. I don't want like to be taking my shoes off.
Why not? You don't want the guy to see your feet?
I mean,
What if
like
he's like a feet freak?
that's not like a first date type of thing. Like I don't go showing my feet on a first date. I don't really like movies as a first date.
Yeah, movies is just.
It's just like awkward.
I feel like movies is.
You're watching a movie with like a stranger, eating popcorn, like dipping your fingers that you licked to eat the popcorn back into the popcorn bucket, and then the guy does it, and then it's just awkward. I feel like,
For a first date, movies is definitely awkward.
yeah,
Maybe like a few dates down the line.
because like how do you get to know the person and know if you want to go on a second date if
you
you're
don't.
watching a movie?
You don't. That's what sucks about the movies. Like,
Yeah.
Or
Or like going to an arcade, like Dave and Buster's. Like don't fucking take me to Dave and Buster's on a first date.
And what if you're like a super competitive guy and like you want to show her your hoops and
Like
shit?
I don't give a fuck. Don't show me that. Show your friends that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
True.
That's just me though. I can't speak for every girl, but like that's kind of like the first date icks. A first date ick is if the guy doesn't shut the fuck up and doesn't let me talk.
Is that how I was?
But no. Ick if you say like I don't like dogs. Ick. You're never gonna see me again.
You got to have a chance to get to know each other.
Yeah,
to
and you
see
guys
if
have
your
to.
interests
Yeah,
align.
you guys have to interact. Like not like interact, but like no.
I mean, wait, interact at the
No.
end. At the end.
No. I'm not that type of girl. What are your absolutely not first dates?
absolutely not first dates.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, like, before I say absolutely not, this would be like an ideal situation date for me. It depends on who the girl is,
Oh, like
but
a girl you met on Tinder?
shut up. Like, ideally, I think a first date should be kind of like a surprise for the girl. So pick the girl up, at her crib. She gets in your car, you drive, blast some music, kind of see her vibe. Does she like the kind of music you like? And then take her to like a nice restaurant. Doesn't have to be a nice restaurant, it could be casual, like you said. But, sit down, eat, get to know each other, talk a little bit. And then ideally after the eating situation, take her somewhere else too. Like I remember I took you to the lake and we were just kind of like walking together, holding hands and looking at the city lights.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of ideal. And then get back in the car, take her home, maybe hug, kiss, and that's it. And that's like an ideal first date situation.
For that scenario, I think that is a good date, like a good first date. But when I get in the car and if the music is too loud, where to the point where I can't hear anything you're saying
Mm.
and you don't get that hint and you don't lower it, I'm just going to be sitting there like, okay. And then how fast you're driving too. I know how fast you drive already because before we started dating, we used to hang out and you would just like drive like crazy. But like I get the ick whenever guys drive so fast for like what? Like who are you driving fast for?
I mean, that's just the driving style. But what if you drive too slow? Isn't that also an ick?
That's also an ick because it's like, why are you driving so slow? I don't know what to talk to you about.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the vibe. Because sometimes, like, you want to drive slow. Take the long way home. Because you're enjoying each other's company and you're taking the long way home. So you drive slow on purpose. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
And like, don't drive too slow till like you're going to kill me or something. Like you're driving so slow and it's where are we going?
Serial killer vibes.
Yeah.